Welcome to our channel, Square Compass. Why do we name this channel as Square Compass? Just like the real magnetic compass, the intent of this channel is where the sharings could be translated into useful insights, directions and guides that could navigate us to a higher level of awareness and hopefully a more purposeful life. All the shared insights, directions and guides will be from the articulation of some of the principles of the 9 halls diagram, also known as the 9 squares diagram. The 9 halls diagram is also known as the Luoshu. This is how the Luoshu diagram looks like. The original positions of the 9 digits are depicted by the total of dots at each positions. You can see 5 at the center, 9 at the center top, 1 at the bottom center. When we place these dots into each squares, these would then be the natal positions of the 9 digits inside the 9 halls. Here is the summary of all the 9 digits within the 9 halls or the 9 squares. This designated 9 squares, some would actually call them the magic squares, as they could be used to analyze and even forecast matters, patterns and trends of a specific time period. These two would be the basis for many of our upcoming videos. Just before we move on, here are some trivias in regard to the 9 halls. As you may see at the next slides, each vertical, horizontal and diagonal rows will all add up to 15. These 3 horizontal rows, as you can see, the totals are all 15. The top horizontal row of 4 plus 9 plus 2 equals to 15, 3 plus 5 plus 7 equals to 15, and the bottom horizontal row of 8 plus 1 plus 6 also equals to 15. These are the vertical rows where the numbers matched up to 15. 4 plus 3 plus 8 equals to 15, 9 plus 5 plus 1 equals to 15, 2 plus 7 plus 6 equals to 15. And the diagonal row of 4 plus 5 plus 6 equals to 15. 2 plus 5 plus 8 also equals to 15. We can see here the horizontal rows of 4 plus 9 plus 2 equals to 15, 3 plus 5 plus 7 equals to 15, 8 plus 1 plus 6 equals to 15. And the vertical rows, 4 plus 3 plus 8, 15, 9 plus 5 plus 1, 15, 2 plus 7 plus 6 equals to 15. And the diagonal rows of 4 plus 5 plus 6 equals to 15, 2 plus 5 plus 8 equals to 15. Here is another trivia. This is how we move and position the 9 digits within the 9 halls. This technique is also known as fly the stars. And it all starts with placing the digit of number 5 at the center square and place subsequent digits in advancing sequence. Here we go. First, place the number 5 at the center, then number 6 at the bottom right, 7 at the center right, 8 at the bottom left, 9 at the top center, 1 at the bottom center, 2 at the top right, 3 at the center left, and subsequently 4 at the top left, and ends with number 5 at the center. Let's try once again. 5 being at the center. Next will be 6. 7 will be at the center right. 8 at the bottom left. 9 at the top center. 1 at the bottom center. 2 at the top right. 3 at the center left. And 4 at the top left. Let's try to gauge the patterns and replicate the arrow movements on a piece of paper. We are convinced that you will be able to fly the stars accurately after a few more drills. Now, let's get going to the next one. So what exactly can the 9 halls depict? There are a few representations, namely the 5 elements. What exactly the 5 elements are? They are earth, element of metal, element of wood, element of water, and fire. The position of number 1, representing the element of water. The position of earth are represented by the numbers of 2, the numbers of 5, and the digit of number 8. The element of wood is represented by the position of number 3 and position of number 4. As for the metal, it is represented by the position of number 6 and position of number 7. Lastly, the position of number 9 is the representation of the element of fire. Here is the summary of the 5 elements within the 9 halls. Take a screenshot and you could use this as a reference for our next videos. Besides, these 9 squares could also be used to represent the positions of the 8 trigrams, or we call it the bagua, and also represent time frame of the 8 trigrams, representing the directions and locations, and also to represent the positions and seasons of the 12 celestial animal signs. Let's start with directions and locations. The positions of north and south are represented by number 1 for the north and number 9 for the south. As for the directions or locations of the east and the west, the 7 will represent the west, whereas the 3 resides at the position of the east. For the southwest, it is represented by number 2, and number 8 is the representation of the northeast or the directions of the northeast. And lastly, for the northwest is represented by number 6, and the position of number 4 is at the southeast, or representing the direction of the southeast. Do bear in mind that one of the possible reasons for ancient Chinese to designate the south sector to be at the top part of the 9 halls was due to their preference to place north sector at the bottom in all their mapping works. On the other hand, Chinese magnetic compass is also known as the South Pointer. Then we look at the positions of the 8 trigrams, or we call it the bagua. Kan trigram is residing at position of number 1, or we call this the natal position of number 1 is Kan trigram. Kun trigram resides at position number 2. Position number 3 is of Zhen trigram. Position number 4 is called the Xun trigram, or the Xun trigram resides at the position of number 4. The position of number 5 has no specific trigram, but the number 5 is represented by the earth element. The position of number 6 is where the Qian trigram resides. The position of number 7 is where the Dui trigram resides. The Gen trigram resides at the northeast, which is also the square of number 8. Lastly, the Li trigram resides at the south, which is the square number 9. Here is the summary of all the 8 trigrams within the 9 squares. Also take a screenshot for your reference for our future videos. Specifically, the 9 halls could also be used to represent a specific time frame, or easier known as period. Here we could see the time frames of the 8 trigrams are represented by the 9 halls. Here is square number 1, or we call it period 1. Each period has a total of 20 years. Square number 1 or period 1 represents the year of 2044 until the year of 2063. Previously, the last period 1 was 1864 until year 1883. Period number 2 is from the year of 1884 until year 1903. Period 3 are the years of 1904 until 1923. Period 4 are the years of 1924 until 1943. And as for period 5 are the years of 1944 until 1963. Period 6 are from year 1964 until year 1983. What about period 7? They are the years of 1984 until year 2003. Period 8 are the years of 2004 until year 2023, which means until the end of year 2023. And lastly, for period number 9 are the years of 2024 until year 2043. Here is the summary of all the 9 periods, including each of the periods, trigram and element. Please take a screenshot and try to keep it and memorize them whenever possible, because this could be a useful guide for all the references of our future videos. If you had noticed what we have gone through just now, yes, we are on the cusp of transition between the end of period 8 and the start of period 9, which will commence from the year of 2024. Lastly, let's take a look at the 12 celestial positions of the 12 animal signs within the 9 halls. This layer of information could be useful if we apply this within metaphysical subjects. The positions and seasons of the 12 celestial animal signs. Here are the 12 animal signs, spread across the 9 squares. There is one animal sign at each cardinal or primary positions of the north, the south, the east, and the west. However, for positions of the northeast, the southeast, the northwest, and the southwest, there will be 2 animal signs within each square. First, let's take a look at the positions of the 4 cardinals, which are the south, the north, the east, and the west. The horse resides at the south, and it covers the position of 180 degrees south, where the rooster covers the position of 270 degrees west. The rat covers the position of 0 degrees north, and the rabbit covers the position of 90 degrees east. Next are the 4 growth animal signs. The snake covers the position of 150 degrees southeast. The monkey covers the position of 240 degrees southwest. The pig covers the position of 330 degrees northwest, and the tiger covers the position of 60 degrees northeast. Then, the dragon is also at the southeast position, but it covers 120 degrees southeast. The goat covers the position of 210 degrees southwest. The dog covers the position of 300 degrees northwest, and the ox covers the position of 30 degrees northeast. And we can see the position of the northeast, north, and northwest are also the representation of the months of November, December, and January. These 3 months represents the winter season, and these 3 animal signs also representing the winter season, which are the month of the pig, the month of the rat, and the month of the ox. For the spring season, they are represented by the animal signs of tiger, rabbit, and dragon. These are the months covering from February, March until the end of April. As for summer seasons, you can remember these animal signs of snake, horse, and goat. They covers the months of May, June, and July. For autumn season, the animal signs are the monkey, rooster, and dog. August represents the monkey month, September represents the rooster month, and October is the month of the dog. These are the few fundamentals that we could share today. We hope this could be some of useful reference towards our future videos. Thank you for being with us. Please subscribe to our channel, Square Compass, and help us to share our videos. We'll be back and hope to see you soon.